The Ghost in the Serbian Sky, a rewritten account. March 27, 1999. A sleek F-117 Nighthawk penetrates the turbulent darkness above Serbian territory, flying low and fast toward Belgrade. At the controls, Colonel Darrell Zelko, tasked with striking the Serbian Air Force Command Center, the very nerve center directing defenses against his incursion tonight. His protection consists of F-16 fighters armed with anti-radar missiles, ready to neutralize any threats. As he crosses into hostile airspace, radio chatter brings unexpected news. The severe weather conditions force his F-16 escorts to turn back immediately. Zelko is now utterly alone. His only advantage, he pilots humanity's most sophisticated stealth bomber, engineered to vanish from radar screens, appearing nothing more than a small marble to enemy detection systems. So far, every mission has gone unchallenged. Tonight will be different. Below, Lieutenant Colonel Zoltán Dani commands an air defense missile battery. Serbian intelligence has tipped him off. Enemy bombers are incoming. This may be his singular opportunity to eliminate one of these phantom aircraft. Search the airspace, Dani commands, and a P-18 early warning system springs to life, designed to detect enemy planes at reduced frequencies. However, the storm creates havoc. The scope fills with false echoes from rain and clouds, rendering it nearly useless. Yet Dani's trained eye catches something extraordinary, a single blip moving distinctly through the electronic clutter. "I've acquired something," he announces, a small contact advancing toward their position. The Phantom has arrived. "Activate targeting systems," he orders. "Systems live," comes the response. "We have 20 seconds, Dani states urgently. "Target acquisition failed," the operator reports. "Still nothing on the scope," another voice confirms. "Keep trying," Dani presses them. The moment Zelko opens his bomb bay doors, his aircraft's radar footprint suddenly expands. The timing is catastrophic. "Acquisition achieved, we've got it," Dani exclaims. "Radar locked on target," another operator shouts. Two surface-to-air missiles ignite and streak skyward in rapid succession. Zelko completes his bombing run, ordnance descends along its designated laser-illuminated path, and detonates precisely on target. His aircraft climbs away to 6 kilometers altitude. Mission accomplished. Then, his world explodes. The cockpit fills with urgent warning tones. Control panels illuminate with threat indicators. Below, he witnesses two brilliant traces arc through the clouds, bursting upward. The missiles are pursuing him directly. Zelko immediately banks hard and climbs desperately. The airframe groans under extreme stress. Alarms screech continuously. The F-117 carries no electronic countermeasures, no chaff dispensers. Evasion depends entirely on his flying skills and reflexes. Time becomes elastic. His mind accepts the inevitable. "They've found me." These are proximity-fused weapons designed to detonate near their target, detonating in a lethal burst. But the first missile malfunctions. It races past his canopy without detonating. The second doesn't malfunction. The warhead erupts violently, spraying molten shrapnel across his left wing. The entire left section disintegrates in a terrifying explosion of orange fire. Control evaporates instantly. The crippled F-117 plummets into an uncontrolled, violent spiral. Centrifugal forces pin Zelko against his seat. Devastating G-forces assault his body. The spin accelerates, becoming increasingly chaotic. Warning lights strobe frantically. Flames illuminate the cockpit canopy as the landscape whirls chaotically beyond. His situation is critical. Even ejecting could prove fatal, but remaining means certain death. Fighting against 7 Gs of force, equivalent to 100 pounds pushing against each arm, Zelko's adrenaline surges. He grabs the ejection handles and yanks them upward. The canopy explodes away, his seat rocketing through the cockpit in milliseconds. For 1.5 seconds that feel eternal, Zelko plummets through darkness, strapped to his seat. Consciousness slips away. "The ejection failed. I'm still inside the wreck," his dying brain insists. Then he feels it, the parachute deploying, the sudden deceleration. His burning aircraft tumbles into the distance below. Violent chaos transforms into profound silence. Zelko draws deep, ragged breaths, processing his survival. Mom's never forgiving me for this, his mind observes absurdly. Enemy search teams will blanket the region. If he remains unseen, rescue becomes straightforward. He glances upward. His parachute is bright orange, essentially a homing beacon. With concealment impossible, he activates his survival radio. Mayday, 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 Vega 31, Vega 31, aircraft down. Vega 31, Magic acknowledges your mayday. Confirm your location. Last position at the target, Zelko responds. Before he can say more, the ground rushes up. Alone, deep within enemy territory, Zelko spots a shallow ravine descending toward him. He sprints toward it, coating himself with mud, and digs into the depression to wait. Word spreads rapidly throughout the Serbian military. Search efforts mobilize swiftly. The countryside becomes alive with activity. Soldiers advance methodically through fields. Police vehicles arrive. Civilians join the hunt as news propagates. Everyone races to capture the American pilot. Truck headlights sweep across the terrain. Flashlights crisscross the darkness. Zelko sits motionless, praying silently. A rustling erupts in the vegetation near his position, growing louder. Movement approaches his hiding spot. He freezes, breathing controlled, body tense like stone. Heavy breathing and snuffling sounds intensify. A search dog. Slowly, deliberately, Zelko extracts his knife. The dog draws nearer. His mind weighs the calculation. Kill the dog silently? Can he accomplish this without alerting the handler? He chooses mercy. The dog's death would summon its owner immediately. Miraculously, the dog abruptly pivots, leaps away, and vanishes. The radio crackles to life. Sandy 01 to Vega 31, do you copy? Zelko's eyes widen. Rescue is coming. We've got your position, moving in, the rescue coordinator confirms. Vega 31, permission to approach. Zelko stays silent, scanning for threats. Distant flashlights sweep the area. He might possess weapons. Exercise caution. Vega 31, if you remain silent, we're aborting this attempt, the radio warns. Zelko makes his decision. Affirmative, come now. He activates his infrared signaling strobe. A rescue helicopter screams toward his position, but the strobe malfunctions. The helicopter cannot locate him. Damn it. He has an alternative, but it's far less subtle. Desperate times demand desperate measures. Zelko makes his choice. A flare erupts brilliantly, washing the landscape in white light, simultaneously betraying his location to rescuers and enemies. There, multiple voices shout in the distance. The helicopter accelerates downward, while enemy patrols race towards the illumination simultaneously. Enemy flashlights converge on the brilliant flare. Extinguish that flare, it blinds our thermal imaging, the helicopter pilot transmits urgently. Reacting instantly, Zelko snatches the flare and plunges it into mud. The helicopter touches down directly before him, its rotor wash creating a hurricane. An American recovery team emerges. Status report, sir? Excellent. Move, now! The helicopter's rotors accelerate. The aircraft ascends sharply, departing just as enemy forces pour onto the landing zone. Seconds separate rescue from capture. Zoltán Dani's crew achieved what no other force accomplished. They downed a stealth aircraft in actual combat. Years later, Dani reflected, when that aircraft fell from the sky, I experienced pure elation, identical to scoring the decisive goal in championship football. The American military didn't recover the wreckage, and Serbian forces retrieved the destroyed Nighthawk unopposed. Today, fragments remain displayed at the Belgrade Aviation Museum. Zelko harbored a persistent desire to meet the man and shot him down and shake his hand. In 2011, 12 years after the incident, his wish materialized. Both men finally stood face to face, bridging the divide between enemy and victor through mutual respect.